I mean, one thing about what we do at Lynn is it's an infinite game. If you think, like 20 years ago, people thought hi-fi systems were the best they could possibly be. And in actual fact, we were just getting started.
When I started making the turntable, people said, "Oh, this is perfect." I was saying, no, it's not actually perfect. I said that we were getting about 1% of the sound off an LP. The perception is that you get 100%. I've never thought that, because I grew up with music and live music, and I realized there's a phenomenal gulf between what we can do in reproducing something.
Here at Lynn, our goal has always been to create the very best sound possible with our products.
The overarching ethos is very basic, but continuous improvement. We are always looking for ways to make things better.
What we're doing, is it still the... It's 360. 360 trims? Right, okay. How are we getting on with that? Very good. That's brilliant. That's what we want. Good man, cheers.
As engineers, we try to focus on reducing or eliminating distortion. It's the cornerstone of what any decent hi-fi manufacturer should be doing. You start with a recorded signal, you try to pull as much of that information from the recorded signal as possible, lose as little as possible at the source stage. After that, it's about minimizing distortion. Obviously, our electronics has got a really strong history of achieving that.
Our pursuit of excellence means we are constantly seeking perfection. From our Sondek LP12 turntables to our amplifiers, streamers, and flagship 360 loudspeakers.
The loudspeaker throughout the industry, not just at Lynn, but throughout the industry, has always been the weakest link in the chain. It adds by far the most amount of distortion, by far the most amount of noise. That's always been the case. When I go to a classical concert, I'm being only a meagre engineer. I don't get to sit in the middle of the auditorium. I'm off at a side or somewhere up in the gods. And the 360s do this startling job of playing the cheap seats well. Normally with a loudspeaker system, you need to sit plumb center. But what the 360s do is conjure such a real image, a real soundstage, that you can stand in any corner of the room and you still get the full sense of the orchestra in the same way that you do when you go to a classical concert. There's no need to close your eyes to sense that you're being there. You just feel you're there.
We're getting closer and closer to real music, and that's the beauty of what we do, that's the challenge of what we do. It's what makes us all passionate about working here. It's what's addictive about developing hi-fi systems.
The company are always looking for ways to progress. We've gone down some roads that led to nothing, and we've gone down some roads that have led to everything.
I think it's really engaging and really interesting, dealing with vibration and microphonics and all the different elements, especially with something like hi-fi where you do tests, you can hear the differences you make.
I'm always interested in what's wrong with something rather than what's right with it.
So we're just doing it as a trial run.
Yeah, I think you'll learn a lot from it. But some people think I'm hypercritical. I'm interested in making it better and improving and in learning. So that means that you are constantly examining things and testing things and thinking about things.
So today we're looking at the inner casing for the LP1250 button, and we're just looking at modifying a couple of internal features to improve the fit of the bushing that goes in here to control the movement of the button. We're on the 4th iteration. We're at the stage now where we're tinkering to try and get it perfect.
It's a never-ending journey. You're constantly looking for the best technology that will allow you to put together the best system.
And as technology moves apace, Lynn has consistently possessed the skills and engineering expertise not to just keep up, but to lead the way.
In the early days, streaming and kind of file playback in general, the perception of it was very low quality, MP3, probably ripped off the internet somewhere. So it wasn't really a hi-fi proposition. So there was a lot of work to do in convincing our customers that this was the way to go.
Going all the way back to the very first streamer we ever released, we took a gamble and we only supported FLAC and WAV, the lossless audio formats.
For the digital streamer side of things, it makes sense, especially now with new streaming services coming along. You need to be in the digital age for that.
We don't claim to get every decision 100% right, 100% of the time, but a mistake isn't really a mistake if you learn from it.
And that's been the driver of the company. You learn and improve things by looking for what's wrong with it, not by patting yourself on the back.
As an engineer, we're always looking for ways to make things better.
Marginal gains, as some other people have talked about, we're always looking for those marginal gains that move things on.
I mean, where does it end? How far can music reproduction go? I've no idea, but I'm sure we'll be one of the ones who find out first.